got a question for you, Mr. McConnell. I agree with you on cap and trade and your medical position, but I'm more interested in the capitulation you've had on the national debt. I've followed you for many years, and you voted for all Bush budgets with no problem. You voted for the Bush stimulus, no problem. You voted for the TARP, no problem. $700 billion. You are just as much responsible for some of this debt as the Obama administration. Could you explain to us why you've suddenly taken an interest in the federal debt now?
Sure, I think I did. Let me say it again, in case you didn't get it the first time. It's the difference between a little debt and a lot of debt. You know, there's a big difference between $5.8 trillion cumulative debt and going up to 8.7 in a very short period of time. You can't cheat on the numbers. You know, the numbers are just dramatically bigger than anything anybody ever contemplated in the past. Most of the debt that we engaged in the Bush administration were related to national defense and security. The war in Iraq, the war in Afghanistan, the creation of the Department of Homeland Security. You know, was it more than we would like? Sure. But compared to what is envisioned here, it's nothing. And it doesn't do, it would not have scrapped the country like the debt that we're talking about here. And basically I'm repeating what I said earlier. It's a question of degree. The difference between having cumulative debt be 35% of the GDP versus 75% of the GDP. Big difference.
We've been on a gargantuan spending spree for the last year and a half. Far more than any deficits that were run up in the early part of the decade. This is a serious matter. At what point do we pivot and do something about this? And we think if you can't pay for a program that everybody agrees we ought to extend, what are we going to pay for? If we can't pay for a program like extension of unemployment insurance that virtually every member of the Senate, I think, in fact, every member of the Senate wants to extend, then what are we going to pay for? When do we start?
Let me ask you along the same lines.